I'm Doug Prehoda. I'm the director of the Fab Lab at Mott College. I've been here just over 6 years, and I helped initiate bringing in the Fab Lab into Mott. As the director, I'm in charge of all the activities that go on in the lab, from bringing in a new client to watching them progress throughout the process, and then actually watching their final product go out. Now, whether that be an entrepreneur, a student, a different community member, but we also deal with the students here at the college also. We have kind of the template of all the same piece of equipment, ShopBot, Torchmate, laser, rapid prototyping equipment, and plotters and things like that. What we ended up doing, though, was we're part of the Flint and Genesee Chamber of Commerce. I sit on a team there that's called the E-Team, the entrepreneurship team. And after being on that committee for about a year or so, as I was researching Fab Labs, we found out there's a lot of organizations out there that offer free service to entrepreneurs, because we're trying to bring back that entrepreneurial spirit back to the Michigan, or to the Flint area. With the moving out of GM, we're looking to do anything we can. So we noticed, out of all the different organizations that are out there, there really wasn't a place to do prototyping. So the dean that I work for, Tom Crampton, and we sat down and talked about it, and we thought, how neat would it be to be able to bring in a lab that could do prototyping for these folks, instead of having to send it off, who knows where. A lot of people were sending things to California, to Colorado, going back and forth, and it just took a lot of time. And the entrepreneurs, after a few days or weeks, they just lose interest in it. So, knowing that their product was going to take a long time to build versus coming in, we're here in the heart of Flint, local, so that they can come on in here and have their stuff done. But I think what most people don't understand is we are open to the community. We are very likable, I want to say. We're easy to get along with. I think the biggest step is for them to get over that hurdle of walking through the Fab Lab door. And I'll quickly go through kind of how we bring a client in. Is normally they'll call and have an idea for a product that 9 times out of 10 they don't want to tell me about, because they're afraid I'm going to steal their idea. But it's getting them past that little hurdle. And the big thing is to getting them into the door. So we'll set up an interview, similar to what we're doing here, but I set up about an hour. Some of them take an hour, some of them might go over an hour. I've had somebody stay here for 3 hours, because not only did we talk about their product, but then I really showed them the lab in depth, and then they really got, I think, more at ease with us. But so we do the interview, and we go over, and I usually have the lab techs in there with me, because they're really the ones doing the work. We try to understand what the product is, where they're trying to go with it. Do they have drawings? Do they have detailed drawings, or just a napkin sketch? One of those type things. Go over the pricing with them, what it's going to cost them, and it varies depending on what they want done, how much they have, accomplished up to coming into the lab, or they bringing in a blank sheet of paper. So we go over pricing schedules. We go over our confidentiality, what we do with their product, what our services are, because we don't do everything. If it takes safety and lab testing, durability testing, stuff like that, we don't do that. I can point them in directions of folks that can do that, but I do that. Then I go back to the E-Team roster, because if you're going to go into business, you have to have a business plan. So I will pick out people out of that list that I think will help them, and it's all free. That part of it's free. It's just time involved that they're going to have to do. So that's really how I bring somebody in. And then the nice thing about the digital age right now, when we're called a digital fabrication laboratory, is that we can do everything over the internet. So if they come in with their drawings and we do some work with them while they're sitting there, and then we can just send it back and forth. We send them files, they look at them. We do a lot of JPEG pictures and things like that. And then there's a format out there where it's similar to 3D CAD, where they can spin it around and look at it, but it's really not CAD. They're all just looking at a static picture. But they're able to see all the way around the product. And then they make modifications to that. And we basically do that back and forth. So, I've got clients that have been up in Traverse City. I've had people out in Colorado. I've had a lady down in Florida. We did all this. We sent it back and forth. But usually when we're going to finally build their part, they want to be here. But they don't have to be. We can build the part and I can mail it to them. And that's what we do. We keep saying we're one of the Mott's best kept secrets. I mean, really. It's like, I didn't know this was here. Wow, this is really cool. And it's open to the public. You don't have to be a Mott employee or student to take this stuff. We got people on campus that don't. They come through here all the time that don't know we're here. We teach entrepreneurship courses. And you would think they're full every semester. So, 50, 60 students a semester going through the entrepreneurship program, and they don't come over here. Now I have a relationship with the professor over there, Lisa Banks, and every semester we set a couple hours aside, and she brings her class over. So we at least discuss it, and we give them a tour of the lab, what we can do, what we can't do, and hopefully they'll, come on over, when they get to that stage. I guess I would say, pick up the phone and call us. Make that first phone call, because I can't call you, I don't know you're out there. But the bottom line there is give us a call. Let's discuss what you want to do, whether it's with me or with one of the techs or with Tom Harold, the other manager down there. Talk to us, because it's never going to go anyplace until you take that first step. What I'd really like to see is more entrepreneurs and students coming into the lab, is start bringing the people in so we can really showcase what we can do, and then actually help, whether it be the student or the entrepreneur, get their ideas out there, out in the marketplace.